Hey everyone, Leo with Dreaming Tree, and welcome to the assembly video for our Halloween cracker. This one's going to be quick, and of course, if you just use this basic template here, it's pretty versatile. If you just change up the pattern, you can use it for a multitude of occasions. So what we're going to do, just make sure that you fold this. There's 4 score lines down the main part of it. Now with the little triangular areas here where they join, just fold it this way on both ends, and then take the little end, the tail, and fold it towards you. So you've got 2 valley folds, essentially. And then here, down the center, these 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are gonna be mountain folds. So you're creating mountains. Okay, and what we're gonna do, we're gonna join this together with these little tabs here. We're gonna start in the center, just to make sure that we get the middle of it nice and aligned. That will set the stage for the rest of it. Okay, and you can actually just put this down flat like so. Grab the other end and just press that down. Okay. And I'm going to fold it over the other way as well. And while we have it like this, these little tabs here, you can apply glue to the entire tab. Just spread that out nice and thin. And just get that lined up and then press that down. My fingers from the last project are Bewitched Bungalow. I got glue all over them and they really dried out my fingers, so I apologize if they're trying to moisturize them. They might be a little unsightly. Okay, we'll just grab the other end, press that down. There we go. Just make sure it sits nice and flat. Wonderful. Okay, so eventually what we're going to do is fold these all in, and this is a really good sized cracker. Now, because this is an SVG file, and the S in SVG stands for scalable. It means you can make this smaller if you want. Okay, so a couple things we need to do here. We have, you can make it just like that without all this extra, all these little extra details if you want. Okay, but we added some little details to the ends just to make it nice and pretty. Okay, so we have a total of 8 of these, and these are just going to go right on the very ends. And I took this and ran this through my embossing machine with a cool little, it's kind of like a creepy flourish sort of pattern. This is by, I think it's a Doris folder. Let me see if I can still have it sitting around somewhere. Well, either way, yep, I think it's right here. It's this guy here. It's pretty cool. Okay, we'll flip it over and get the other ones in place. And then we have some other strips. Again, if you really want to make this over the top and super pretty and done up, we have some additional little vertical strips that we're going to apply as well. Okay, we'll flip that over. Could just make a simple cracker, but you know how we roll. We like to take something and make it real special. Okay, and then we've got a cute little bat. It's going to go right on one side, just to give it a cool little graphic sort of look. Okay, so you see where we're going here, and did I lose one? Might have lost one. Let me see here. There it is. Yeah, it was still stuck to the paper. So this one's not embossed, but that's okay. For the sake of the tutorial, we'll just leave it alone. And yeah, either way, it looks cool. Okay, so next, what we're gonna do, we have a thick strip and then 2 thin strips. And let me find the side, here. What we're gonna do is, you'll notice there's a set of little score marks, one here. So 2 in the center, one off to the side and another one off to the side. The 2 in the middle is what you're gonna use to align this strip in the center. So what I would do is start off with just one of the little strips, okay? And just line that up in between those 2 little markers and press that down. Make sure you fold everything at the score marks, obviously. Okay, and everything should fit nice and precise. We'll do this side last. We're gonna head over towards this side that has the little tab on it, okay? So let's flip this back and apply our glue to this section. Bring that down, make sure you're keeping it in between those little score marks. And you can also just kind of keep this flat as we work our way down. Go to this one here, bring that down. Again, making sure you're staying nice and centered. And then peel that little tab back, throw a little bit of glue on there, and bring it over onto this side. Make sure you're not squishing anything. There we go. And then finally, oh, that one came apart. Let me keep it straight like this. I think because I embossed it, it kind of stretched the paper out a little bit. That's fine. Peel that back, grab this one, and then we can close it up. And that little tab there is great because if we are a little bit off, it keeps everything nice and continuous looking. Okay, there we go, right down the center. And then we're gonna repeat the same process here with these other 2 thinner strips. Make sure that I'm folding these correctly. We do have a solid scoreline version of this file, so if I actually made mine with solid scorelines. I rarely make 3D projects with solid scorelines, but this one is rather simple, so I didn't really mind. And I'm gonna try to keep the tabs on the same side, okay? So what you wanna do here, that little score mark, you're gonna actually keep this inside of that score mark. Still gonna use it as a guide, but we're gonna keep it on this side, not on this side, okay? So inside of that little score mark. So let's grab some glue, place it on one of the sections, pop that right on the inside of the marker, and press that down. Again, once it kind of has a grip, you can fold it down and press down on your table. And we'll work our way this way. Apply your glue, bring it over. Watch that little guide, keep it in there within the confines of that little section there. Press that down, peel it back. So if you got 2 or 3 kids that you want to make this for, it'll go quick. Probably 2 pattern pieces of paper and then 3 additional for the strips and the bat and the eyes. So not a whole lot of paper that you'll have to use for this. Okay, make sure I keep that tab pushed down. There we go. And then the final little strip here. And then we just repeat the same process with the other side. Push that down. There we go. Okay, beautiful. And let's get this one folded. The tab is going to terminate here. Keep it on the inside of that little score mark, don't forget. And let's start here. And get that lined up with that little score mark on the inside of it. Press that down. Once it's somewhat got a hold, you can put it on your surface and really press down. There we go. And we'll work our way over towards the direction of the side that has the tab. Bring that down, follow the score marks. If you're off a tad, it's not the end of the world. I don't think anyone's gonna bring out a level. Okay, one more strip here on this side. Get that in place. Where are my little square marks at? There they are. Okay, press it down flat like so. And then grab the tab. A little too much there. Fold that over like so. And then finally, the last section. Make sure you get glue all the way out to the end of that little tab there, or that little piece. Okay, there we go. All right, so the cracker's done. Now, obviously you want to fill it before you close it up, but before we do that, we have a cute little bat. And I don't even think he needs to be embossed, or maybe I will just kind of hit him with a little bit of ink. And since this is Encore color lead, so I don't think maybe a dark purple would work, but I'm just going to hit this with a little bit of black just to kind of muddy up the perimeter. Give it a little bit of you could also probably use a white. It's a very popular thing to do with Halloween projects, is ink dark paper, usually black or a dark gray, with some white. It really gives it a cool, spooky sort of look, almost as if it's covered with cobwebs. Okay. And just working my way around the perimeter, just very gently brushing on the surface and also hitting the very edge of this, sort of at like a 45-degree angle. And it may not appear so on camera, but I just know from experience that it really adds a little bit of interest to the project. Okay, so then we've got this little piece here. That's going to go right behind, like so. So we want to make sure that when we do this, that we're actually applying glue to the back of this piece, mostly because we have holes for the mouth, the eyes, and the ears. We don't want to try to figure out where to put it on there to avoid those openings. So we're going to put it on here, and so that it doesn't go shooting inside of that area, just thin that glue out. Line that up as accurately as you can. I would use the ears as my guide, like so. There we go. Oh, and by the way, the wings here, they also fold. You're going to do a valley fold, then a mountain fold. Valley fold, mountain fold, and then you can accentuate this as much as you want. I think that looks pretty good. I'll bring that back a little bit. And then we have two little eyeballs. And let's see here. One's going to go like that. And you can have him looking any way you want. And then just glue that down like that. And there you go. And then you can take and just with either you could probably use some foam squares and just put them right on the side. So let's just get the eyeball in place so that we can call this one done. And this is perfect. I just need to make one more of these so I can give one to each of my kids that will appreciate it. I don't think Peyton will really totally understand what this is. Every time he comes in here and I show him all my projects, he just kind of sticks them in his mouth, so probably avoid that. But that's going to do it for this one. Grab yourself a couple of foam squares for the back of the bat. These are my least favorite. Let me grab my favorite little foam squares here. We'll do one here, and maybe two at the bottom. That should do it. And again, this is kind of it's a fun project, a great little way to give your kids something for Halloween, just to get them excited. But at the end of the day, it's pretty much a disposable thing. They might hold on to it for a little bit, but realistically, it's, you know, no sense in using a ton of supplies on something like this. Okay, so don't forget to fill it with some candy. And we're going to put our bat, just get him nice and centered. Like so, he's maybe a little bit off. There we go. And then you want to close this up. I've got some silver ribbon that I'm going to use just to tie it up and hold it closed. So they'll pull the ribbon open, and then all the treats will pop out. So that's it, guys. Very quick, cute little freebie. Again, it's pretty big, but you know what? I've seen crackers about this big. You can make them smaller if you want. And actually, as you can see here, when you're filling this up, maybe tie one side so it stays closed. And this is one of those Halloween size Kit Kats. Here's a Twix, Milky Way, Snickers, and you still got plenty of room in there. So good size little treat box. But that's gonna do it. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to us on our YouTube channel. Make sure you also hit that bell so you get recommendations or notifications anytime we release a new video. And if you make this or anything, actually if you make this or if you make our Bewitched bungalow, which is basically broke the internet in more ways than one, got me very excited too. I'd love to see it. So head over to your Facebook, do a search for Dreaming Tree Group. That's where you'll find myself and over 44,000 other dreamers that inspire us daily. So happy Halloween. This is gonna be our last project for 2023. That's Halloween related, but either way, I look forward to crafting with you again. Hey, thanks for crafting along with me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, check out some of our other videos and please consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to visit our site and check out our free SVG section where you'll find over 140 free SVG files complete with assembly tutorials. I'll see you in the craft room.